Good evening, folks, and welcome. It's lovely and warm, isn't it? Beautiful, great weather. Anyway, what we've got for tonight, I've got Lawrence's radio. I'm giving this a couple of days because I'm waiting for some capacitors. So I'm having a couple of days off this radio anyway, and because we're 50, we're there's a 50. We're not about 98% there with that, maybe 99% there with that. So, you know, I wish I could say the same about my face. I need a shave. I might have a shave. I might come on live one day and have a shave just to prove I have one now and again. Right, what we've got here, we've got this Mullard high-speed valve tester. Now, this came fresh out of Jay's vintage junk. Jay brought this for me yesterday, and basically it's been recapped. Jay told me it had been recapped, and it has. It's been recapped. The only capacitors I can see that haven't been changed is two blue and white ones on the other side here. So I'll be testing them and I'll be changing those for new ones. And basically what Jay actually told me is he thinks there's a short on the pins where the card goes in the gate. I have actually attempted to test a valve with this, and it does to a degree let you do it, but after a while the transformer here gets red hot and the beam disappears off the tube. So you know, that's not right. So there's an issue there. So I'm gonna look into it, and you know, I find it most strange though, because and the reason why I find it most strange is because there's actually an audio valve. It uses an audio valve, uses an EL37, I think it is, which is an audio output valve. And I'm not sure as to why they're doing that. I've not found a filter capacitor in it yet, unless that's stashed in the back, down the back here somewhere. I've not found a filter capacitor, and I've not found a rectifier. And you know, but it's got to be in here somewhere. And the little cover falls open because I lost the front wheel screw that you screw in. It's dropped onto the floor. But and as things happen in here, I didn't think it fell out. I thought it was captive, and then it just fell out. And you've got these 6 controls on the front here, which is brilliance, which is obviously brightness, focus, X shift. There is no Y shift. It just shifts the beam from left to right. There's one here which is marked A and it says do not touch. You got to touch it, haven't you? Anyway, there's reject and limit. And then you've got a fuse and voltage selector. On the top you've got a row buttons, anode, green, screen grid, control grid, and earthy electrodes. Then you've got your selector knob here at the top, which selects your various test modes, and you use them in conjunction with the cards and the buttons. I put the mains card in this. It does seem to have a full complement of cards. Well, all the valves I've tried to check. I've tried to check a couple, and an EL84, an ECC83, and all the an ECL82, stuff like that. And all the ones I've wanted to check the cards have been there. And I would really like to get this going. I don't think it's a capacitor issue, because I've tested all the capacitors. The only ones that I think haven't been changed because you can't really get them are those blue and white ones. I think they were, who were they made by? Were they made by Dubilier or someone? I can't remember exactly. I think they were even made by, they might have even been made by Mullard. But they were either Mullard or Dubilier. Or as the Americans call it, Doubler. Because the Americans can't say Dubilier. In the same way they can't say Iraq, they say Iraq. You know. Yeah, anyway, that's enough. It's enough taking the piss out of the Americans. I love the Americans, I think they're brilliant. I like the Americans, definitely. Anyway, we've got... let's put this ECC82. See, I tested this ECC82 in it and it came up okay. Well, no, it's not. Because it read plates. And I know it read plates. Because I've got the soldering iron on ready. I know it read plates because I've had it in an amp and I've seen it do it. So I know the valve's faulty. But this said it was okay. But you know, no, it's not. Because when there's an issue, it's supposed to go down to the red here. I suppose it depends on what part of the valve faulty though. You know, but anyway, without further ado, that's the overview of it. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to give it a quick turn round. You're going to watch me do this. This is going to be fun. I'm going to give it a quick turn round. I'll give it a quick turn round so you can see all around it. And I'll put my glasses on because I'll tell you what model it is. And I'll try and scramble around the floor and find the thumb wheel that goes in that. Or have a look in my screws. Just because I don't need that open. Ooh. I'll tell you what, folks. This. Hang on a minute, I'm caught on something. Caught on my signal tracer. That wire needs tacking to the wall, folks. Right, so we'll turn it round the other way. I mean, this is actually, in all honesty, this is actually, yeah, made me jump. Yeah, in all honesty, folks, this is actually in quite good condition. You know, and it's it's certainly worth me investing a bit of my time to try and put it right if I can. I mean, if I can't, I'll just hang on to it until I find another one, and I'll make one good out of two. But and there's the other side of it. Your gate lever, and yeah, this lifts up as well, so you can get to your valve pins. I don't think there's any issue with under here. I mean, I might be overlooking the obvious. I haven't even cleaned these pins yet, but I don't think that's the issue because, you know, why is it getting hot and, you know, you have to ask yourself, why is it getting hot and, why is it, you know, why is it getting hot and failing, you know, when it's been on for a bit. So I don't think that's how to do with it. And the model of this is the E76. Yeah, E7600-3. And the other thing that tells you there's something wrong with it, I've actually got the mains test card for it, and there's a procedure by Paul Stenner for adjusting the knob that you should not touch. And I only adjusted the knob in them conditions. I read the document that he included, that is included with this, that somebody obviously downloaded at some point, and I followed his instructions. I couldn't get the dot to move with the instructions, so obviously that tells you there's something wrong in here. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to undo this, and I think you undo it by taking this out. Yeah, and you get to the I'm going to just undo this, folks, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to call it a down, this part of the video, otherwise it will get horrendously too long, and we don't want that, do we? And I've only got really limited time to spend on this, because I've got this I think this lead's been replaced. Obviously some poor lady's probably crying somewhere because somebody's had the lead off her iron. Yeah, it's that sort of stuff that used to come on irons. It might still do, I don't know. Oh no, it doesn't, does it? Because my iron in the kitchen hasn't got this sort of lead on it now. But yes, it's that sort of lead that used to come on irons years ago, and I dare say other appliances, but more commonly irons. See, this capacitor here hasn't been replaced. And there's something on my windowsill struggling, some sort of fly. As soon as I see it move, I'll attack it with a fly killer. You see, let me just show you. See, this capacitor here hasn't been replaced, and there's one here that hasn't been replaced. So I'm going to replace those. Blue and white, I think they're either Mullard or Jubilee, but I'm not sure. But if I'm wrong, then yeah, don't be afraid to tell me. You know, if I'm wrong, just say, listen, hey fatty, you're wrong. But I mean, if this was anything else, to be honest with you folks, if this was anything else, I probably wouldn't invest the time. But because I really do want a valve tester, then I'm prepared to invest the time. But it has got some weird valves in this. Expensive and all, from what I've heard. Right, so let's have a look underneath here. And we've got screws underneath here, and we can get into the bottom as well. So can I put my bobbin of solder under that too? No, I can't. And my pen's just fell on the floor. It's a good job I don't want to write anything down in it. So we'll get the bottom off and go right through this and see if we can get this fella working again. And don't you just hate it when you're taking the screws out and then you notice that somebody's put Phillips in as well. There's 2 Phillips screws there. I mean, the bottom, may as well come off, so I may as well get the bottom off, because I'm gonna, mind you, I don't think there's anything under there, but I'm gonna get it off anyway, because wrong drawer. I'll tell you what, if they'd have been on a woman, I wouldn't have gone in the wrong drawers, would I? Wouldn't have pulled the wrong drawers if it had been a woman, would I? They've got the right ones. But we'll get this disassembled since we're at it. And I think there's nuts behind there. I get the feeling there's nuts behind there. Because, yeah, there's nuts behind there, so we'll leave the bottom on. And what I can do now, I can hopefully pull the back off, and here we are, look. This lead's been replaced because somebody's put a knot in it there, you see. So right, And here's all your gate contact. Here's all your gate contacts. Wow. Right, I'm going to pause this video here, folks, because I want a cup of tea. And let's just have a look how this mechanism works. Yeah, it pulls together. Because I thought that was on a slope, it's not. Look, pulls together. And you've got, so basically I'm going to be pulling all this out and having a good look and finding out. Anyway folks, I'll come back in a bit. I'm going to get a brew.